Hello guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's tutorial where we are going to build AWS Serverless App by using Application Composer and Amazon Q. So this is going to be a unique use case where we are just going to drag and drop the components of our application, for example, API gateway, Lambda functions and DynamoDB, make associations. So application composer will automatically create a CloudFormation template for us. And after that, once the framework for Lambda functions are being created, we would be going ahead and we are going to build the code by providing prompts to Amazon Q, and it will generate the Python code for us as part of AWS Lambda. So we are going to cover all that aspect practically. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead and jump on the screen right away.
So guys, we are back on our Visual Studio Code. So let's go ahead and get started. So right now what I'm going to do is, this is a blank folder. There is no file existing over here. So what we're going to do is, first we will go ahead and create template.yml file. Enter. Once the file is created, right click on it, go to open with application composer, and voila, over here you can see that we have an application flyout with all the services that most of the services that we have in AWS. I will minimize this. Now let's start with our with building our serverless application. So I will first start with API gateway. So over here you can see the API gateway is created. So what I will do, I will go ahead and click on details, and we will keep it as serverless underscore API. Oh, sorry, serverless API. We will keep the name, and as part of this, I will keep items slash ID. So what is this item slash ID? So the DynamoDB table that we are going to create over there, we would be creating, we would be having a kind of primary key that we say. In RDFS, I am talking in layman language, but we would be having one kind of primary key, and that would be ID. That is the reason I have given ID over here. Okay, so this is the ID. Now we'll just copy this, and we will create two more routes. The first one was get, the second one would be post with the same path, and the third one would be delete. Okay, now I'm just going ahead and adding this. So once this is done, I'm just going ahead and going to click on save. So once I click on save, now if you go in this template.yaml file, see, it has added the API gateway resource over here. Okay, so right now just see, it is only 24 lines of code is over here. Now when I'm going to add more and more resources, it is going to expand accordingly. So let me go ahead and first bring in a Lambda function over here, and let's go to the details, and over here I will keep the name of the function as GetItem. Okay, copy, and I will give the same name over here, GetItem. And now I'm going to select the runtime. Guys, you have to make sure that you select that runtime which is available on your local machine, because when you're going to build this serverless application with Sam CLI, if you are having 3.8 on your local machine, it will not build, it will fail. So your local machine Python version should match the Python version that we have over here. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so I am just going ahead and saving it. So we have one of our Lambda created over here. So let's see, 25 lines of code were there, guys. So now you can see GetItem. See, new line of code is added. So it is happening simultaneously. Now I will go ahead and create another Lambda function. So in this, let's go to detail. Over here, I will make it as PostItem. POST. I will copy the same and I will put it over here. Once it is done, I'm going to click on save. Again, I'm going to pick third Lambda function over here. So over here, I will give, instead of post, we will do delete. So I will copy this and I will paste it over here, and the runtime is as it is. I am going to save it. So now guys, we have our API gateway and we have our three Lambda functions. So this is just a framework right now that we are creating. So I will just go ahead and get DynamoDB table. So here is our DynamoDB table. I will just go on details. See the table name. We will keep the table name as table. I don't want to modify it at the current moment, and the partition key we have kept it as string, so it should not be an issue. or you can also keep it as number based on your requirement that you have. But right now I'm keeping it as string. So now as all of these are being created, so let me just minimize this a bit. Sorry. Okay. So everything is over here. Now I'm going to make the connections. So it's very easy to make the connections. See, you just have to go ahead and click on this dot, pull and connect the same way over here. So you have to do it for all of the resources and the connection within them will be built accordingly. So now we have all the things in place. So as we have created so many things, so let's go ahead and see our repository. So right now we have template.yaml file. You can see all the code is being added over here. But one more thing that you will see, if I click on source, for every function that I have created Lambda function, it has created a requirement.txt file where I can mention my dependency, as well as it has created a sample handler.py file where I can define my Python code that I would be writing to get data from my DynamoDB table, to post data in my DynamoDB table, or to delete data from my DynamoDB table. So now all these three things are created. So this is very common that this kind of tutorial you will find uh, uh, at many places. But now the thing I will show you, we are going to build all this code by using Amazon Q. So that's the catch over here. But for building the code, the first and foremost thing that you should remember, that you should know how to write correct prompts. So let's take that in next part. So now, for now, what I will do, I will show you one more good functionality, that is sync functionality. Okay. So to showcase that sync functionality, first let's deploy these resources. Then we will write code for each and every Lambda function. We will sync it, we will test it, then we'll go to next Lambda function. So we will do step by step, one Lambda function at one time. Okay. So let me just go ahead and open the terminal. So this is my terminal. I will just open git bash. So what I'm going to do is, so guys, right now I am on to I'm doing this on Windows machine. So on Windows machine, there's a limitation. You cannot just write SAM as a command, CLI command. There is a problem with the Windows. So you have to write sam.cmd, then it works. And I will write build. So this is going to build the application. Sorry, I have missed sam.cmd. Be build. So it will build the application now and it will show what it has built. Okay, okay. So it's building it. See, build artifact, AWS Sam, build. Okay, so the build is successful. You have seen over here, build succeeded. So now I will just clear this and we will type the next command, that is sam.cmd deploy guided. Why I'm doing guided? Because I want to define some parameters for myself. Based on that, I am going to type guided and it will ask me for each and every option over here. So I am going to keep the stack name as serverless app tutorial. Okay. Next, I want to keep in the same region, that is US East 1. So I will just hit enter. Then confirm changes before deploy, not required. Then I will go to this next, allow Sam CLI to create IAM role creation. Yes. Then it is disable rollback. Yes. Because if anything breaks, we will go ahead in the CloudFormation stack and we will see what exactly is the problem. So we don't want to do the rollback right now. So right now it has GetItem has no authentication. It's okay. Right now we are not working on to the authentication part. The same for other two. Yes. Now uh, every this will we will keep as default. Yes, as default. Okay, the sam config.toml file will be as it is, and the environment variables would be default. Now I'm just going ahead and clicking on enter, and you will see now the code will build. Okay, so it has taken all the requirements that we have given as part of the following values that it is displaying over here. Now it will create a change set, CloudFormation stack set. See what all resources it is going to create. It has shown everything over here, and below it is showing you that the events. So these are the events which are occurring at runtime, and it is showing you on the terminal itself. So you don't have to go inside the AWS console and check it from there. Everything is well visible over here. And right now you can see it has created DynamoDB table. First it has created the stack, then DynamoDB table is created, then it has created the roles for all the Lambda functions that we have. Now it is, see, the create is complete for IAM role along with table. API gateway is also complete. Now AWS Lambda permissions are also being created. That's it. So guys, it is successful. Now what we will do, I will minimize this as it was, and I will take you to the AWS console. So right now over here, you can see there is no app named the one that I have created. So I will just go ahead and click on refresh. And you will see that our app serverless API has been created. I will just go ahead and show you. So this is our API gateway, guys. So see, in API gateway, we have post method, we have get method, and we have delete method. So three methods has been created as part of API gateway. Now I am into Lambda function. So uh, last modified would be, I will refresh it and see 1 minute ago. So these are the three Lambda functions which are created. So I will open all of them for you one by one. So let's first open get serverless app. This is GetItem, and this is PostItem, and this is DeleteItem. And over here you can see that, see, this is automatically associated with the API gateway. All three of them is associated with the API gateway. So the connection that we had made over here, so because of this connection, it has been associated with the API gateway. Now over here, this is the basic code that I showed you on the uh, Visual Studio Code. So over here, if I go in configuration, you will see that the table ARN, that is DynamoDB, as we made the connection with DynamoDB, that is the reason you will see the table ARN has been added as an environment variable, as well as the table name has been added. So this is the table name. I will show you that too. Let me take you to DynamoDB tables, and this is, see, this is the one that has been mentioned in the environment variable. And right now, if I click explore table item, it is blank. You don't have anything over here. So uh, as per our serverless framework that we have implemented, now we have all the resources. So now let's go ahead and get started with our development, and that we are going to do by using Amazon Q. So let me go ahead and expand this. So let me expand it. So this is the max that I can expand. And now what I will do, I will just go ahead and paste a prompt over here for Amazon Q. So it will create a table for us to put entries into DynamoDB table. So over here, what I have written, generate an AWS Lambda function in Python that puts an item into DynamoDB table. The table name should be retrieved from an environment variable called table name, table name. What is this environment variable? If I take you back over here and I open, go to configuration, see, this is the environment variable that we are referring to. Okay, this is nothing, it is the name of the DynamoDB table. So the function should accept HTTP post request, that is the API gateway connections that we have made via API gateway with the item ID. So ID is going to be our primary key, and as a path parameter, and item details that needs to be added is name, price, and category. So what it will do, it will retrieve the table name from the environment variable, as I said, parse the ID from the path parameters, parse the items, that is name, price, category, from the request body, convert the price to decimal type to handle DynamoDB's number type, put the item into DynamoDB table. So that is the prompt that I have created. I will hit on enter. Now let's see. It is generating the code. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Yes. So guys, the code is generated and it is saying that what this code is going to do, Amazon Q. It has given everything in detail. So what I will do, I will just copy this. So I will click on copy over here. Then what I will do, I will, let me minimize this. We are back on our file. This is for post item. So right now you see it is a default code. Select all, delete. I have pasted the code that Amazon Q has provided me. Now let's verify whether it has done the right thing. So see, even after providing the correct environment variable name, it has taken the wrong name. See, so what I will do, I will just go ahead and correct it. That is the reason I say that prompt-based engineering gives you the code. That doesn't mean that you can code anything. You should have knowledge of that specific thing, then and only then you would be able to do it. So this is just one example. I have given detailed prompt, but it has taken raw environment variable. Now moving down, let's see. Okay, so again, see, the handler name is incorrect. So handler name should be handler, because if I go over here and I go to code, if I scroll down, it will be handler. So don't worry, I will show you what error we get, then I will correct it. So right now, so this is the code that we had over here. So it is converting the price that we are getting into decimal, because it does not support float. As I said, this is correct. For this, it has explicitly mentioned decimal. So decimal has been imported. Okay, that is good. Over here, I can see ID, string, number. Okay, then this is also string. So they have mentioned that I am not able table item, as well as this is the put into DynamoDB. So this is the uh, method that we have from Boto3 that will be pushing. So this is the table name into which item. What is item? In item, it is going to push all four of these things. So this is all done as expected. I think this is good. So now I will show you the beauty of application composer sync. So now I'm not going to type any code, sam build, sam deploy, nothing. I'm just going to click on sync. Okay, I will select the region. I will select my application name, and I will select any of my S3 bucket, and I will just expand this. Now see the magic, what happens. So guys, you can see it is syncing the Lambda functions. All is synced. Now I will click on enter. So minimize this. I will take you back to the console. So right now this is the get item. I will take you to the post. See, this is the old existing code. I will just refresh this. And here we are. You can see the code has been updated. That is how the sync functionality works. You just have to build the application once, then application composer has a sync functionality. Just click on sync, it will push your code. And we are going to do this 3 times for our 3 different AWS Lambda code that we have done over here. So right now, guys, you can see everything is over here as expected. Okay, we don't have to make any changes. So let's now go to API gateway. In that post method over here, I will give the ID as 123, and I will give the body as this. So in the body, I have mentioned name, price, and category. Okay, now I will click on test. So guys, I have not modified that handler thing that I said you, right? Now just click on test. You should definitely get that error. See, internal server error, handler missing on module. What is the reason for this? I will show you. Go to the code over here. When I click on code, just scroll down. See, handler. So one handler is your function name, and over here, what is the function name? It is Lambda handler. I will just go ahead and delete this and deploy. Just for testing purpose, we will sync that again. Okay, let's not forget. So I will right away, I will go to post item, and we will make the changes over here also. So along with the next sync, this will also be synced automatically. Otherwise it might break later. Okay, so over here we are, and done. We have deployed it. Again, I will run test. So see guys, items added successfully. So the post method is successful. I can say only one error Amazon queue has given. So it's really robust, tested. So let's go ahead and go to the DynamoDB table. Right now you can see there is no items. I will refresh it, and we have the items over here. ID is 123, and these are the items. Again, let's go ahead and change. It will be second item, and let's make it as 20, and let's make it as toy. Okay, I will again click on test. It is again successful. I will click on reload. Okay, it is saying units consumed 2, but why? Oh, my bad. Actually, I forgot to change the ID. That is the reason it was overwritten. So right now you can see the ID is 123, so it is correct. So what I will do, I will change it to the previous one. Oh no. Let me get it back. Let me keep it as it is. Again, I forgot to mention the commas over here. Test. Now it is perfect. See, now I will change in front of you. I will first change it to 231, and now I will make it as second 20 and twi. Again, I will click on test. I will go back. It should show 2 items. Yes, we have 2 items. So guys, our post method is done. Serverless development for post method is successful. Let's go ahead and move to our next code. So I will keep this as it is right now. Now it is time to open the Amazon queue once again. So I will open another tab again. So this time what we are going to do is we are going to use the get method. Okay. Now for get method, I will go ahead and put the prompt over here. So let's understand what is the prompt. Generate an AWS Lambda function in Python that retrieves an item from DynamoDB table. The table name should be retrieved from an environment variable called table name. Again, I have given it as table name. Let's see this time if it's able to correct it. The function should accept an HTTP GET request via API gateway with the item ID specified as path parameter. The function should handle the following. So it should handle all these following things, and that would, okay, sorry, something is not working right. Okay, and that would be retrieve the table name from environment variable, parse the ID, create a custom JSON encoder to handle decimal objects. So for example, when you are going to fetch something, you have to actually convert the decimal, otherwise it will give you error if you're not doing it. So you can try it by yourself, remove that line, generate the code, test it, you will definitely get that error. That is the reason this line is very important. Now retrieve the table from DynamoDB table using the ID, as ID is our primary key, and return a status 200 with the items if the items exist. 200 with the items exist, and return a 404 status code with the message if the item is not found. Okay, so that is what I have written at the current moment. So I will just go ahead and run this. Okay, okay, so the code is generating, and the code is ready. So I will just copy this code, guys, and after I copy this code, I will just minimize this prompt. I will take you to handler.py, and this handler.py is for GetItem. Exactly. Delete, paste. Oh, sorry. The code was not copied, even though it was saying it is copied. No worries. Control V. Okay. So let's cross check our code. So decimal is imported. Very good. Then after that, we can see decimal encoder. It has actually created a class for that, so that the encoding can be done. After that, again the same mistake. Table name is incorrect. I will again have to make sure that we have the correct one. Configuration. And guys, this time we don't have to do the mistake again. I will remove this was extra lambda underscore handler. It should be only handler. It should match what is in your code. So this is your code, and if I scroll down, see the handler name is handler.handler, so it should be handler over here as it is right now. So that is okay. Now it is parsing the item ID. That is correct. A response is correct. Check if the item exists. So it will check, and it will return a status code if the item exists. If not, again, and if it is error, it will again do that. So what we're going to do right now, we are just going to go ahead in our application composer and quick action. Just sync. After sync, only 3 steps. Region first, application second, S3 bucket number 3. That's it. Now I will just show you the terminal. Everything is automated. It's done, build succeeded. Now it will show that it is syncing, and we will also see whether it has synced or not. Okay, finished. So the sync has been completed. It asks me to hit the enter key, and it has gone. So let me take you to the console once again, and right now you don't see any code, and here we have the code ready. Fantastic. Yes, we have it. So see, right now I will refresh this also. So this will not get overwritten because last time I corrected the handler over there. Okay, so see, it is the correct handler now. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to API gateway. Now we are going to go in get. So in get action, we don't have to specify any body. It is all based on the ID. So let's see. We will start with 123 API gateway 123 test. Come on, an error occurred. The provide key does not match the schema. So match the schema. Okay, understood. So if I still the same error, it says get item integer event. Okay, so if okay, we will try 231 test again. Another error, and what this says that provided key does not match. I hope it tells us the error. The provided key element does not match schema. Let me go to the code. Okay, what's the problem? Let's see. Let's debug. So guys, let's see it line by line. This code is correct. I have checked it in our editor itself. Now, if I go down, table name is correct. Item ID is correct. Response table get item is correct. Item in item response, item is equal to response item, it is correct. A return is correct. See, the return is not correct. There is an issue. So it is saying json.dumps item CLS decimal encoder. Decimal encoder is not for everything. And instead of item, it has to actually return a list. So I would say that in JSON dumps, if I go, so we should replace it with the status body, and let's replace it with JSON encoder. See, this code is not as expected, and I will just update this code. So right now it is taking the item, the name, the price, and the category. Now for JSON dumps message item dot not found and error is correct. So I think this return thing should fix the issue based on the error that we're getting. See, it is saying that method response. So when it is sending the response after body transformation, it says that the get item operation, the provided key elements does not match because we have not mentioned the elements over there. So I have fixed the element. Let me deploy it now. Okay, so let me go ahead and test once again. 123 test. Okay, still we are getting the error, and this time it says the provided key ID does not match. Okay, so let me go to the key. So there is an error. It is saying the provided key does not match the schema. Let's copy this error and ask Amazon Q what's the issue. Let's Amazon Q fix it for us. Okay, so let me copy this once again, and this time let's first test by deploying it over here. This is GetItem. Okay, correct. Control all delete V, and again there will be one. We have to make few changes with the code. I will change this. I will remove this. That's it. Deploy, and let me go ahead and test once again. So guys, Amazon Q gave us the code. Amazon Q also helped us to troubleshoot it, and here you see. So 2 iterations, and the issue was fixed. So see, Amazon Q is quite talented to tell you what exactly is the issue with the code that it is providing, like ChatGPT. So I think we are done with this part also. So for now, what I will do, the thing that we missed is, first and foremost, I will copy this code. I will take you back. I will minimize this. We will first update our code over here, okay? And let's sync it. So our entire code is in sync. Okay, just a minute. And let me cancel this. Actually, I should copy this from here instead of from Amazon Q, because I have updated the variables, right? So this is GetItem, right? Yeah, GetItem. So I will copy, delete, and I will paste now. Now let me go ahead and sync it. Okay, region, app, and S3 bucket. So guys, we are uh, done with our second part. We have tested it and we have implemented it. Now I will close this handle.py. Once it is done, let's see, it is saying it is syncing the Lambda. Lambda is done. Enter. Terminal is closed. Now I will close this file. Let's go back over here. Get item is done. Post item is done. Now I will just go ahead and click on handler.py, and let's bring back our Amazon queue once again, and let's bring back our last query for this tutorial. So let me paste it for you. Last prompt, sorry, not query. So over here, what I'm saying is generate an AWS Lambda function in Python that deletes an item from DynamoDB table. The table name should be retrieved from environment variable called table name, which it is not going to pick by default. We have to correct it. The function should accept HTTP delete request via API gateway. Okay, the function should handle the following: retrieve the table name, the same as the previous one, parse the ID, same as the previous one, and over here the third line is different: delete the item from the DynamoDB table using the ID as key. I click on run, and it will generate the code for us right now. Okay, that's pretty fast. Okay, yes. So the code is done. I have copied the code. I will delete this, paste, and this is delete item, right? So over here, let's first and foremost make our universal changes. That is the environment variable. Okay, I have added. I will update this, and what I will do, for now, we are done with get item, right? Let's close this, and we are done with the post item also. Let's close this. Now we have only one, this one. So right now you see there is no code. We have updated the code. Let's go through it once everything is okay. Environment variable is okay. Uh, Function name is okay. Then ID is again okay. A response is captured 200, status for successful deletion 404. If item is not found, and for error it is 500. So the code is here. Let me go back over here and click on sync. Okay, region, app, and the S3 bucket. Okay, so guys, the build was successful, super fast. Can't even believe it's working seamlessly. I hit on enter. It is done. I will minimize this. Let's reload, and it will show that the code has been updated. So guys, the code has been updated. Okay, now let's go to API gateway, and oh sorry, API gateway. Now I will go to delete method. Okay, so in delete, again I am just going to give the ID. Based on ID we will delete. So I will give 1 2 3. Before that I will just uh, 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 refresh it. See, 2 entries are there. Okay, so we will delete this one, 1 2 3. Let's hope for the best, fingers crossed. Test, and it is done without any error. Fantastic. So I go over here, let me refresh. Okay, so again I will do another one. I will do, what is the next one? 231. 231 again. Yes, that is also done. Refresh. Oh, fantastic. So guys, thank you for watching the tutorial. I hope this was a comprehensive tutorial which has shown you that how we can utilize application composer. Along with application composer, how we can leverage Amazon Q for our development. So again, the final thought, I won't say that without development experience you can do it. You would require the expertise to understand that what exactly is the issues that you need to troubleshoot, because I do understand that we can copy the error, we can ask Amazon Q to fix it for us, but that will be to a certain extent. But the basic things like understanding the environment variables, understanding the naming convention that we're going to use for like handler, the other issue that I show. So these things you have to keep in mind. But I hope you have explored a lot with application composer and Amazon Q, which is now specifically designed for developers. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any queries in regards to this tutorial that we have done, drop in the comments below. I would be happy to answer all your queries. Thank you guys and have a great day. Goodbye.